Hey guys, welcome to Comics with Bueller. As always, I'm Bueller. These are old interviews I've done at Comic Cons that were on live streams. They're like 3 or 4 hours long. I've cut them up so you guys can see them individually. There's people like Jim Starlin, Ming Chen from Comic Book Men, Chris Claremont, Emma Kubert, just to name a few. So do me a favor, check them out. They are a little bit dated, but they are a lot of fun, and I look quite a bit different on these videos as well. But there'll be a playlist so you can check them all out. And at the end of this video, a new video will be able to click on to see that interview. So anyways, take your time, watch them, enjoy them, and I'll see you at the end of the video. How you guys doing?
We're doing fine. We're having a good time, enjoying the show, being silly. We had a nice little panel earlier.
We got to end it with a stinker.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was up with that? I mean, we kind of turned at the end there, and we went to the body part.
I always go to the bottom at the end.
And then you,
literally at the bottom. Yeah.
Then you lit it up again. You didn't let it go because we moved on to the next
We
guy.
should have ended it with the sphincter, and this kid wanted to have a thing, so I just had to bring it back to the sphincter one way or the other.
It works for me.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with that.
It's a religious thing with me.
It was great. I enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much. I had a lot of fun sharing the stage with you guys, talking about books and your current work right now. So let's hit on that because that's what I want to talk about. And this is very important to you guys. Dreadstar returns. Both of you guys are the creators of this. Go ahead and tell me about it.
It's a book.
It has pages.
It has pages.
It has pages.
It's about a character that I did 25, 30 years ago who returns. Thus the title. It starts off with a little bit of political humor, which we veer off to a cosmic, unrequited love story. It's kind of like a Simpsons episode where Bart gets caught doing graffiti at the beginning, and the second and main story is Homer blowing up the lab or the power plant. So, we've been having a lot of fun. Jaime is my anchor, who also is instrumental in getting me back to work as a penciler.
Yeah, we were actually just talking about that. So did you have an accident, or did you just?
It was a compressed air explosion.
Okay.
At where's your camera?
Right up there. It's that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a late.
I'm never going to reach.
Yeah,
that
that's
far.
all right.
I show him off my scars.
Yeah.
I blew a big hole in my hand between the thumb and the forefinger, about an inch deep. And they sewed it back up, and after about 3 years of doing hand exercises and squeezing rubber balls,
there we go.
Accent on the rubber.
You really have to put that in there.
I told him. He kept leaving that out.
Yeah, I kept saying without the rubber. Didn't sound good, I guess. This one started bugging me for a Dr. Doom drawing, and wasn't interested, but she was persistent, and eventually after a convention did the drawing, and was surprised that my hand was working better. It'd been 3 years of exercises and working on stylus on the computer, which I guess had also been helping. And
is she the one that convinced you to get back into it?
Yeah, well, she pestered me back into it.
How long did it take?
Well, it took a while, actually, but like he said, he went up, I guess he was bored one night or something, because he actually produced the piece, and I mean, I knew I'd eventually get it. I just didn't think it would take that long. No, but when he realized it wasn't, it was actually good. He was like, "Oh, that's not so bad." And I was like, "It's awesome. Are you kidding? It's going on my wall."
So we owe a lot to you. We owe a lot to Jaime.
Yeah, I don't know if you realize, but that was the night in New Jersey. Mm-hmm. And the next day you never showed up because you and Keith have both gotten
we got food poisoning. Keith Giffen, have you ever seen him eat? I'm sorry. You're going to get food poisoning if you eat like Keith Giffen.
Yeah.
I love you, Keith, if you're watching. I know you're not, but still. Can't eat like Keith.
Yeah, so basically after that I said I did some more drawings to sell as convention sketches and asked her to ink them. And they were really good. And so when it came down to doing this book, I approached her to do the inking on it because my hand was just never going to be good enough to do my own inking anymore. I did the cover, but that's about all and that took forever. And then I had to rework a lot of it in Photoshop.
Very nice.
So embarrassing. And I wasn't going to do that in the whole book.
Yeah. I asked you this question earlier. I asked Jim, what it is like to have your name next to Jaime? What is it like to have your name next to him?
Surreal. Very surreal. I did not foresee this. If you asked me,
I mean, look, it's really it's
10
right
years
there.
ago, if this was going to happen, or you told me this, I'd laugh. I would have laughed so loud in your face. Like, that's really funny.
Yeah.
So it's surreal, but it's awesome.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
So where is this book available?
Right at the moment, only through ominouspress.com. See, I got it right.
He sometimes says ominous.press, sometimes it's ominous.com. It's ominouspress.com.
And sometimes I get harassed terribly.
It's very important to get the name right.
Yes, Ominous Press, and it's actually a really nice. They did a great job on this.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
like, it's
The
absolutely
production is the best I've ever
actually getting it and looking through it. It's really surreal. They did a great job. Everybody at Ominous Press.
I love it. That's actually. I'll be honest. This is my only purchase I bought at the con. When I knew this was going to be here because your agent reached out to me or whatnot. He actually reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'd like to schedule an interview with you and Jim to come on my show." And I'm like, "I'm going to see him next week. I'll just wait." Or the people who were putting out this book. And so now I get to sit here and have you on the show and do it in person and talk about it. And it's just awesome to do that. Here's the thing. They sold out of the book here at the convention.
Yeah, I didn't
Are you going to be doing any more conventions anytime soon?
We're going to be at the Terrific Con in Connecticut at what's the Mohegan?
It's Mohegan Sun, and that's at the end of August, the end of July, early August.
See, I get to correct you occasionally. Yes, this is.
I just want everybody to know, while inking this page, I was super sick with COVID.
Is that what that's supposed to
And
be?
I actually was really vomiting while trying to ink this page.
Top panel.
There you go.
Yeah. True
Did you
story.
get
Did you
COVID
ever
twice?
see Duck? You knew I was going to have ducks. I did get COVID twice.
You got it I thought that's what you said on stage. I was like, twice?
We didn't know what was going on the first time I was at the airport. I was heading back to New York, and I passed out. I had a really high fever and passed out, and they rushed me out to the hospital. And they were like, "You've got a rare form of pneumonia." We didn't know what COVID was at the end of January, early February. So I was really, really sick. I mean, really sick. But then we didn't know. And then come the end of March, I got back from Mexico City, and 2 days later, couldn't breathe. I was gasping for air, and we didn't know anything about this. We just started learning that COVID was spreading and didn't have answers, and it was a horrible experience. And they didn't think I was going to make it. I know that Ron Mars had said maybe that they should start looking at other inkers, perhaps. And my whole thing is I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet, and I am.
You weren't going to let that happen.
It was passing suggestion. She's never going to forgive Ron.
No, I will not. I'll be really nice to him.
So do you mind if I hit on another topic?
No.
Let's talk about your music.
Oh, let's talk about music.
Let's put the spotlight on you.
All right.
What type of music?
Okay. What type of music?
Yes.
I run the gamut with music.
Yeah, it's very eclectic.
I write some really dancey, dark stuff. I've done some metal. My most recent project was very like punk, kind of Pixies-esque, meets a little more old school punk, and that's called Marine Snow. If anybody wants to check that out, that's on Spotify, and we've got a Facebook page and Instagram. I got my solo stuff is on SoundCloud only. I honestly don't remember how to log into my SoundCloud, so it's still on there, but I was going to expand it because I've got more to add, but I will be adding that to Spotify. And that's just what I say, SoundCloud. And it's James Jameson, like a hyphen, or hyphen, right? The middle thing. COVID brain. I forget words.
That's all right.
But I've been playing since I loved the Pixies, and there was nothing like it. Nirvana had come and gone at this point. And there's a lot of really bad music coming out, and I was like, oh, why can't anything sound like the Pixies? And the Pixies were a little before my time, so I decided I was like, I could figure it out. I'll learn how to play the guitar. Yeah. And one of my friends' fathers owned a music club, and somebody had left behind a guitar, and he was like, if they don't come back for it in 2 weeks, you can just have it. I was like, okay. Well, they never came back, and I was like, ooh, guitar. So I started. It was an acoustic, and then it was a guy that lived in a building I lived in, and he was like, "Do you want to swap guitars? I want an acoustic, and I want an electric." Yeah. So we wound up, and he didn't know what his was worth. That's stupid. So we switched them. Yeah. And I started then I got an amplifier, and I was like, "Oh yeah!" I just started writing songs, and had my first full-on band in New Orleans.
Nice. What a great place to have a band.
Yeah, we called ourselves Painting the Dead Red.
Oh, wow. That's great.
And I'm still really good friends with all those guys. Actually, huge comic nerds. My first drummer contacted me recently saying like, "Oh man, we should really do some music, but I want to talk some comics." I was like, "Oh my god."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You a fan of her music?
Oh yeah, I never heard it before we started working together. We were driving back from Santa Barbara just recently, and she ran the whole gamut of things past me, and I was like, wow, this is quite impressive. I'd heard a bit of it before. I mean, she'd send me soundtracks when I was still back in New York, MP3 files and stuff like that, but I didn't realize just what range she had until just a few weeks ago.
Nice. So besides the guitar, anything else?
Guitar, bass, I mess around with drums, oboe, glockenspiel,
Nice.
violin, anything like I don't technically play any of them, but I play all of them and record with them, and just I think it's more fun to not really know what you're doing, but to do it.
Yeah.
So.
And you're going to balance your music and comics as well.
Well, I don't do
You're not
a
going
lot
to give
of.
up, you're not going to give up either one, right?
I don't do a lot of music these days. Simply, well, COVID kept everybody locked up.
Sure.
And yeah, I'm kind of really feeling this right now, but I'll do music again.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I love it. That's awesome.
I want to play with my band.
I'm going to have to check it out.
Yeah, I want to get together with my guys in New York and do like a She Didn't Die show.
That would be the name of the show?
No, it would be the way to get everybody there. Maybe after like New York Comic Con or something.
Yes.
We did a show after New York Comic Con a couple of years ago. This time, like make people go because like she didn't die.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I like hear. I'm a music fan. I want to hear when I heard that you did. I didn't know that, and when I heard you did, I want to talk about it a little bit. Obviously, I know your work for quite some time. I just want to say thank you for all the wonderful. You know, I think you kept the secret to me last time because I was like, last time we met, it was right before Endgame. And I'm like, are you excited? Oh yeah, I'm excited. And then he was in the movie. He was in the movie, which was just fantastic to see you sitting there. And like I said before, it just made my day. That was actually.
I've been told I was the only one who's ever done a cameo that's kept his mouth shut about it.
I loved it. I thought it was great. It was one of those moments as a comic book fan, you go, that was the right thing to do. That was definitely the right thing to do. Putting him in the movie, giving the man credit for what he created, and seeing you there made the movie. That was my highlight of that movie, to be honest.
He will not be
thank
in
you.
Shang-Chi though. Unfortunately.
That comes with the timing and disease and everything.
And fires.
And fires.
There you go.
They're lucky they got that thing done, let alone put me in.
But it's going to be exciting to see what Marvel does with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. To see
They've
it.
been doing some stellar stuff like WandaVision, Loki.
Oh, Loki's great. I just
Loving
watched the episode. I really enjoyed the Falcon.
Oh, that was
Soldier,
so
all
good.
stuff.
That was brilliant.
We are in such a great age of just comic book content as far as TV shows or movies. It's like a dream come true. It's like we never thought we'd see this, and now we get the opportunity to see this man's brain
Computers
pretty much
and,
on the screen.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, even DC, I mean, some of their stuff I'm not a great fan of, but they did a great job with Harley Quinn, and I loved MODOK. I didn't expect to love MODOK as much as I did. But that
I haven't watched it yet. That's on Hulu,
you
right?
gotta get through the first episode to
Okay.
kind of really get, like, I wasn't sure. And then the second episode, I was like, give it another shot here.
Yeah.
By episode 3, I was like, yeah, I'm going to keep watching.
Awesome. Yeah, I got to give it a shot.
Now,
Well, I want to say,
now if I do anything untoward, she goes, that's your MODOK moment.
there you go.
He does have MODOK moments.
Thank you so much for both of you coming over here and spending some time with
Thank
us
you
talking
for
about
having
your book.
us.
You know what? I have right behind you is the other Dread Star.
I saw that.
It's been-
and the
it's-
Cosmic Odyssey right
That's
there.
right. Those have been in my collection. The Cosmic Odyssey is actually one of my favorites of all time. I liked square-bound books back then, and I was I really wanted to get it because I knew I could kind of treat them badly.
That's kind of
Is this your
interesting
personal
story,
collection?
though, before I go. When DC approached me on Cosmic Odyssey, they wanted me to map out DC science fiction universe like they had done just previously in a series called Books of Magic.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really feel like doing that, so I went off and did this story.
Yeah.
And they didn't catch on to the fact that I wasn't giving them exactly what they wanted until like the second issue was drawn.
Yeah.
And so they said, okay, we're going to put this thing out, just dump it. 6 months from now, no one will know what this is. And this will teach you to, and we're never going to give you any other work again. And well, they've been having to pay me royalties on it for the last 25 years.
Nothing wrong with that.
So that plan didn't quite work out.
There you go.
They just couldn't get rid of you.
Yeah.
I have a question. This is your personal collection.
Yeah, so all those books are from my personal collection. I just thought I'd bring because
Yeah, I noticed there's a couple
I'm fans of your guys's. The ones at the bottom are actually our exclusives because we do exclusive covers
That's very cool.
for our channel and stuff. That's called Blowtorch.
Yeah, but you don't have any signature on that or that.
I don't, but I actually have a Infinity Gauntlet signed by him. I don't get too greedy when I ask for signatures. I love the artwork in there, and then I had you guys sign the painting for me as well, and that is really special to me because I get everyone on there. I'll frame it, it's kind of a memory.
Awesome.
I actually, one thing I do, all the viewers that come by my booth to say hello, hey, I watch your show, I have them sign books for me.
That's
so I
cool.
get their autograph, and this goes in my.
I've been telling him about this one, and I've been wanting to read this. I went through the first one, and I'm like, yeah, this is one I keep talking about, and
yeah, something is killing the children.
And also Philadelphia, if anybody's checking out, like that is really cool. That comes into the story. He's actually doing some really great stuff right now, but that is a great one. But I'm really interested in starting this one. One issue, and I was like, this is interesting.
It's very good. It's very creepy. It's actually, I remember when it was coming out and I saw the previews and the name said, something is killing the children. I was like, that's going to be something special.
Yeah.
That's going to knock it out of the park. And James Tinian or Tinian, nobody pronounces it right
except for him.
Tinian. There we go. He does a lot of stuff right. He's doing Batman right now as well. I remember I talked to him a couple of years ago when I met you, and I said, you need to put in Batman. You need to have Alfred say, something is killing the children, Batman. So I'm hoping he puts that in one of his books down the line. It would be kind of cool.
That would be cool, actually.
So anyway, thank you so much for coming over here and spending time with us.
Thank
and
you.
my audience appreciates them and watching the whole time. And,
I realize the camera's up here, not there.
It's up there, but people look at it, and I always get confused as well.
It's like,
there you go. All right, guys. Thank you.
We'll see you
Appreciate it.
You take care of that.
Have a good one. Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those interviews. I had a lot of fun. Even the ones with Howard Chaykin, you know what? He just is who he is. But do me a favor, check out the playlist. Check out the video that pops up next. It's another interview over the years. And I think you're going to enjoy my time with these creators. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to live your best life. You know what to do. I'll see you next time.